Hello and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. How are you? Hope your Monday's going well. Hope the weather is sunny wherever you are. It's absolutely glorious here. Let me just tell you, we were outside again. I don't know if you saw Craig's socials last week where we pulled a few chairs out the front of the building and enjoyed the sunshine. We did it all over again today. It was lovely. Out there, I was eating my egg and couscous salad. Oof. And the guys went to the shop next door and we're eating loads of ice cream. So it was lovely out in the sunshine, getting a bit of a tan. We had a bit of a dance. I was banging out the tunes on my phone. But Herb Alpert was the choice of music. And just in general, we had a lovely hour. And we are set for another lovely hour now because we have got a craft along. You know the drill here. If you don't, where you've been, it is our award-winning show. I know it's a couple of years, isn't it, since the award? But I suppose if a show wins an award, it's always award-winning, isn't it? You know. So yeah, an award-winning show where we craft along in real time, thus giving you the opportunity to join in live or indeed to do it at a later date. Now, we're going to be concentrating on the a little bit quirky Sheena stamps. If you've already got these, then if you've got them ready and to hand, craft along with us. We would love that. If you've already got these and you don't have the opportunity to craft along right now, you'll have this at a later date. But if you don't have them, we have brought back the launch deal for you, which we're very excited about, and I will go through all the details of that for you in just a short minute. We'll say a few hellos as well, but before we do all of that, let's say the most important hello to the lady who is going to be leading the craft along. It is the one and only Sheena, and lovely collection this, and a lovely craft along you've got for us.
Thank you. Yes, well, you know what? It's different, isn't it, Ben? It's quirky. No, just more than a little bit quirky, I think.
Yeah.
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 And good for male, female, different occasions as well. And I'm pleased you've been loving them. So yeah, thank you.
Well, it's going to be fun. That much you can rely on. And if you want to get involved with this, then we have a list of everything that you're going to be needing to take part over the course of the next hour. You will need Sheena's Here's to You stamp set. That's the pub, that is. And I'll show you all of these in just a second. You're going to need Sheena's shaders. Sheena and the shaders. You're also going to need your aqua pens in the nature. You're going to need your black art liners. Then from your water reactive ink pads, you will need Damson Wine, Smoked Emerald, and Spring Meadow. You're also going to need your waterproof ink pad, Flagstone. I suppose if you don't have the Flagstone, you can use any of the others, it's fine. This is just what Sheena will be using and has used. The multi-purpose cardstock you will need. You will also need some of your watercolour cardstock. Additional elements. You will need a 7x7 card blank. You'll also need your large guillotine. You will need a magnetic stamping platform, scissors. Those look like, are they the big ones there? I suppose it really matters. 6-inch, I think they are. 6-inch or 9-inch, it's up to you. You'll need your blending tool, round or square. It's a rectangle. Paintbrush, tape pen, foam pads, and your glycerine. Thank you. No mistakes from me today. That's why I'm #profesh, the hashtag presentation lead. Just to show you as well, if you want to go for the bundle today, this is what you'll be picking up. They are all available for you individually as well. So if you just want to go with the stamp that Sheena is going to be using, then you can, which is that one there. But all of these come in the bundle, all right? But they are quirky, they are fun, just a little bit different in the design on these. And of course, you've got those fantastic sentiments to go with them as well. If you go for the bundle, the showstopper deal basically is everything plus the shaders at a slightly better price than you would get if you put them into your basket individually. However, if you just want one set of stamps on its own, you can. If you want the stamps on their own as a bundle, you can. And if you just want the shaders on their own, you can. All of the options are there. But all of these designs you will be getting within your collection. And as I say, it's the launch price that we've done these for, that showstopper price that we launched these at just a couple of weeks back. Same price. Do you know what? Go back and watch the show, because I've just remembered the spooky haunted house that Sheena created with the ghosts on that. It was absolutely brilliant. Go back and watch that show. You've also got your beautiful church in there as well. And alongside that, all of Sheena's shaders, which we'll get her to talk around in just a few moments as well. You get your, it was on the 29th of April, this show, by the way, if you want to go back. Where's that time gone? Your 3 sets of shaders, and you're also going to get your opaque white marker included in there as well. £32. Or $44 is the price on that. A few quick hellos and then we'll get into this. We've got Superstar Susie on the socials in the sunshine. Also, Wendy Myers saying, hi everyone, Sheena days are always exciting. Lois says good morning, and she doesn't at all. She says hello again from Ohio. Hello. You just send in your name, I'll make up the message. Thea says, hey, hey, hoi, hoi, people, hoi. Over here, the sun has gone. That's because we've got it. We just borrowed it for a bit. We'll send it back to the Netherlands when we finish with it, probably sometime tonight, about 9 o'clock. Lynn says, good afternoon and hello again, Sheena, Ben and all the team from Newcastle. Where are you, man? How you doing, Lake? Lisa P says, I love Herb Alpert. My stepmother played Rise, the album, every day before we went to school. Thank you for the memory. We were listening to Spanish Flea. And what was the other one we were listening to? It was called So What's New, but I can't remember the tune now. Oh. What's the other one I like? Tijuana Taxi is another good one that I like. Anyway, that was fun. Thea says, the stamps are gorgeous, love them. Christine says, hello again, Sheena, you look gorgeous. And Ben, I love the shirt, and I see you have a new goatee. It's Moustache May, that's what it is. Raising awareness for mental health charities. And I'm also just enjoying this with this Thomas Magnum. And Vivian Soulsby says, hi. No, I'm not doing that. Hi from Soulsby, Newcastle. Sorry, no, get that right. Vivian Soulsby says, hi from Newcastle. Lovely and sunny. And Beth Malone says, hello and happy Monday, crafty peeps from New York. Right, that's enough chit chat from me. Let's get over to Sheena. Whenever you need me to talk, just wave.
I shall. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's not like me to need someone else to talk, is it? But, you know, now and again, these things happen. So, this is the very card we're going to work through.
Wow,
and it's
okay.
a collab. It was a collab with me
collab?
and the Debstar again. Yeah. And isn't it, it's just pretty, you know, pubs can be pretty. And it's your typical, you know, kind of like, you know, traditional pub, isn't it?
Yeah, Queen Victoria.
But pretty colours. So, right, the first thing we're gonna have to crack on because I know we have a time schedule to stick to.
51 minutes.
Okay, well let's get on with it then.
Come on.
What? So the first thing, watercolour card, right? It's just a bigger than you need to finish on, is what I would say. Always start bigger and then you can trim down. So I'm going to use the repositionable stamping platform just because they're big stamps and it just gives you a bit more, play and wiggle room if you don't get it stamped perfectly the first time. So I'm just going to, it's a brand new stamp. So now, here's the thing. These are photopolymer. And when they're brand new, they are even more clingy than they are when you've used them a bit. So just be aware that when you first stamp them, they sometimes stick to your card. I sometimes use an eraser, you know, like this, just to go across them like this.
Yeah.
And it stops them being quite so kind of eager to cling when you first use them. So that's one thing you can do. And it also removes any kind of coating on them. So that's what we're going to do. First of all, we've got that on the stamping platform.
Yeah.
Like I say, always it's best to just start off with a bit of card that's bigger than you need it to be.
Yeah.
I'd rather sacrifice a little bit of extra card than have to stamp it again. Yeah. So I'm going to use some flagstone and we're going to ink that up, and we're using the waterproof dye. And we are going to use the shaders shortly, which are alcohol markers. And you're thinking, well, that's kind of weird because they're using waterproof. Yeah, but it's all good. It's fine. It'll all be fine. So we're going to ink that up. And you can see the detail in this. I mean, I literally have to stop myself drawing detail sometimes because you literally, you know, I draw larger than the stamps often.
Yeah.
And then I have to remember that they're going to be shrunken down. So often I put the draw and then I find myself erasing after, and it's like, well, that was for nothing, wasn't it? Yeah, I could have saved myself some time then, because, you know, if you do too much detail, you end up with, well, too much detail. So that's pretty much okay there. I don't think we need to go over it again. You can, if you want, ink it up, go over it again if it's repositionable, but I think we're good to go with that first time, Ben. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is take that off there, like that.
Yeah.
And pop it to one side. Now, if you look at the card, can you see how it's been extended? I'm just hoping that card is, yeah, it's right enough, we're good. With a little extra detail here. And that's the fun thing you can do with your outliners, all right? So if you haven't got outliners yet, absolutely add them to your crafting stash, because little things like I'm going to do now are so achievable, even if you think, well, I'm not an artist, I haven't been that confident before in the past, it's not my thing. You probably surprise yourself with what you can do with little things like this. So what we're going to do is we'll try the 0.5. So can you see how I've already started this wibbly wobbly pavement here, right? Now every time you do this, it's going to look a little bit different. So don't think it's going to be a carbon copy of the one that's here, because it's not. It's going to be, like I say, slightly different. But all I've done is continue the wibbly wobbly, yeah? And continue with the upper part, the same, keep it just the same width, that little edge to the pavement, the same kind of depth, and take that further out either side. So you've got that. And then the next line you're going to follow is the pavement line you see at the bottom of the pub. So that's going to be your next line to follow. So we can follow that like that. And that gives you the kind of the edge to the street. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So you see, we've already given the edge to the street expansion there.
Yeah.
And that you can do that. So the same will follow with any of the stamps that we've got in the set, like that. And then we can say, well, how high do you want this railing to be? We'll have it maybe about, let's say, about here. Let's make it about that tall. And the pen I'm using is the, I'm using the 0.5.
Okay.
So, and we'll just draw this along here like that. So if it's in the foreground, I usually tend to use a thicker pen, and in the distance a thinner pen. So you can draw just a couple of lines like this to give it like a little detail, but it's your composition. You can do what you want with it. You can have it as fancy, you can do little scrolly wrought iron bits if you want, if you feel confident with that. And it doesn't have to be perfect either, because they are quirky. So don't, set yourself a challenge of perfect wrought iron work. It's not ironmongery you're being tested on here.
Ironmongery, no.
It's fine. Yeah, you're all right. So, and then just little dots on the top. We're not doing fleur-de-lis or filigree.
No.
Yeah, maybe next one you can get into that, but for now that will serve the purpose. And then maybe just little ones in between, and simple, that's all it needs, just something like that. So now we've got that extra railing, so you can see you've expanded. So now you've made it your own.
Yeah, you have.
Made it your own.
Yeah.
It's like they say on the X Factor or something.
Oh, yes.
Made it your own.
You made it your own.
You made it your own. So if you want the trees to look like they're a little bit further back, you can go now with a thinner pen. We'll maybe try the 0.3. And all you're going to do here is little fluffy, cloudy type shapes. So imagine these are like little bushes, like little kind of like little box bush kind of things. Yeah. Fluffy bushes like this, yeah. Little tree type roundy bushes like that. And you can just, and if you look at the shape I've done with that little poplary type thing there, and just little round cloudy type ones. And again, there's no set shape, it's up to you. You can have them taller on one, shorter on another, but now you've got the impression that there's some gardens behind the pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little pub garden.
Little pub garden, that'd be lovely if it was summer evening. You'd
oh,
be
yes.
Listen to your little Tijuana brass back there, Ben.
Oh, yes.
Busting some of your moves there, which were quite impressive, I have to say, when I come out there.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
wow.
causing a few problems on the roads, though, with people looking over, rubbernecking.
Yeah,
What's that idiot doing over there?
Well, wow, look at that dude in his floral shirt with those fancy moves.
Hey, poor dear.
What? If only that was me.
What a guy, eh?
What a guy.
How lucky is that Mrs. M to have a guy like that in her life, eh? Oof. Oh, what?
We all want to be Mrs. M.
Don't we? Hey?
So now we've got the little garden going on there. We've got that, it's all cool.
Yeah.
And then you've got little birds in the sky. So all you're going to do is like little, well, speaking of M's, they're just like flattened out M's. That's all you're going to do.
Oh, yeah?
Little M's. There one.
Our little birdies.
Little birdies. Yeah. They're the seagulls.
Yeah.
It's rain. It's about to rain, you see. There's your good weather on its way out. And so now we've got that all set up. Now, so you've got taken your basic stamp, and this is what we're going to be doing more of going forward because of products that are about to launch. Oh, could be tomorrow. Could be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Certain ink pad. Ooh,
Yeah.
Could be tomorrow. Will allow us to do more of this kind of thing where we're going to like take a stamp and we're going to just, you know, tweak it, make it a bit different kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just make it a little bit more individual. But we now are going to go on to the shaders. And this is where we're going to put give it the tonal value. So make it easier to put the light and shade in here. So we've got the 3 different greys. We've got the green grey. So that kind of speaks for itself. That's where the foliage is going to get its shading. You've got the cool grey, which is where you're going to use it for maybe the roof or the paintwork down here. Anywhere there's like a grey or a blue or a purpley, a cool colour.
Yeah.
And then you've got your warm grey, which is for the the brickwork where you've got the browny colours and things like that. So let's start with the green. Now the greens are quite dark, and if you're not sure what they look like, take a bit of scrap paper first and check them out. So even this one, can you see it's quite a strong green to start with, that one there, and it does go really dark. But when you look at foliage and plants, it's surprising how little light gets into the background and into the darker bits of these things. So so what we'll do is we'll start with some of these bits back here and just maybe put some little bits like this, and we can always go darker, and some little bits around these little fluffy bits here. Yeah. Starting at the bottom. And like I say, if you start with maybe the lighter one, and I'm going to definitely go darker in amongst these railings, because usually that's where there's going to be less light here towards the pavement bit. Yeah. And then have a look and think, right, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to get brave now. I'm going to go darker again. So little circular movements like this. But can you see it's not affecting that ink pad? And you think it would, but it's actually not. So we're good. You're safe to do that. So we can go like this and just continue. And now it's getting like it's got more kind of depth already to it.
Absolutely.
And then if you're really brave and you want to get some real impact in there, you can even put some little bits here and there with that really dark tone in some of the trees.
Whilst we're watching you, we can say a few hellos. Beth Valone's joined us, and Carol Guy from Wisconsin. Angie's in. So happy to see you two together, she says. Thank you. And Terry Meehan says hi from Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
Jane Quigley says hello. I was lurking earlier as I was knitting. I love these stamps, not had time to play. Lizara's in, and Teresa Campbell and Trish Lestelle in Reno, Nevada. Night of the Girls says, good morning. A little late, but we'll catch up. Hello also to Alcha de Vries, who says, hello, Crafters TV, Ben and Sheena. And Danielle Masuda says, the fact that you can draw so perfectly freehand style is really, really cool. And Jane Quigley, oh, yes, Jane, the pads that Sheena was alluding to a few moments ago, not launching here tomorrow, but launching on the other channel.
Oh, yeah.
You know the one where they have that big craft day.
But I will be having them here
soon.
Very soon. Yes.
Couple of weeks, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, very excited about that.
Yeah.
So we've
and
got
make sure you grab them before they disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I've got now is the blue one. Okay, so because this foliage here is going to be like a bluey, heathery colour, I'm going to use the blue, again, the lighter one, Ben. And I'm thinking of underneath, like where the light will not be showing, kind of underneath, like shelves of it. So light sitting mostly on the top. So again, starting with the lighter colour, and then going to the darker, and then getting really brave and doing some darker again. So what this is doing, this is setting me up so that when I come to colour, I should be able to get away with virtually just a wash of colour over it, because I've already put the blending over it. And you know, without having to get fancy then with the shading. And so what I'm doing, I'm starting with lighter, and then mid, and then the dark on the roof. Like that. And then we've already got that shading on the roof, so that's the blue bit done.
Yep.
And then again, we can do that on the bottom bits as well, because that's going to be blue. So if we think about where there'll be like darker bits in this panelling, and you've already got something that looks pretty cool, Ben, before you even get any colour on it.
Well, that's just about to say, and that's the genius of these shaders, isn't it? For people who haven't seen them before, and the fact that they give you so much illustration, so much depth and detail without even applying colour.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that was the idea, is of, you know, it's like back at school when you used to, you know, there was a reason that the art teacher would make you draw those graphite pencil sketches.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so that they were teaching you this tonal value, so you'd see where the light and dark was on things, and that makes a difference. So it makes things easier when you come to then add colour, because the colour is like the secondary thing. If you get the tonal thing right, everything looks better after that. So I'm just going and putting shadow at the base of the building and underneath this little wibbly wobbly thing there. And then I've just missed a little bit on this tree here, so I'm just going to pop some on there. And we're almost done with those ones. And then we've got the, actually a little bit of blue we can do on that little pennant there as well, because that's going to have a bluey tone to it. Oh, and the windows. Usually if you do windows look better if they've got like a bluey kind of...
hue.
Yes, exactly. Reflect that as well.
Jane, you're welcome. You say thank you, Ben. Yeah, tomorrow, HSN, of course. And Jotty says, I've just been teaching a 90-minute GCSE chemistry lesson. So this is very calming, Sheena.
Oh,
yeah.
Would be. Oh, chemistry. I like biology. I used to like biology, mostly because I was good at diagrams, and I remembered, you know, good, like, being visual.
Yeah.
I was good at that. But, yeah, chemistry, not so much.
Not so much.
Yeah. Shall we continue with the brickwork?
I think we shall, yes.
Alrighty then. So the brickwork. So what I'm doing, moved on to the brownie, the warm grey now. And I'm going to just pick out some of the bricks in this lighter colour. So if you start again with the lighter colour, you can always go darker again, but just, you know, get your confidence up, check out where you're going to, map it out with a lighter colour, is what I would say. And then you think, right, okay, I've got it. I'm going dark now. I'm going full on. So I'm going to do the left side of this chimney dark. I'm going to do this chimney at the back darker, and then move on to the darker tone again to really commit to that one being. And then it looks much more 3D. And then again, just think about maybe around the windows cast a shadow.
Yeah.
You know, where you've got the moulding around the window, the plaster work. And even if you're using this as inspiration, it doesn't have to be a carbon copy of this one. You can veer off this. You can just think, well, yeah, I want mine to be there, and I want this to be that, and that's great. That's cool. Just do that. Do what you think, and there aren't any hard and fast rules with this because they're meant to be fun. They're based on urban sketching, which is about capturing the energy, the essence of the moment out and about, and not worrying about getting it perfect perspective or an architectural drawing, which is, yeah, you get the perspective right, but it's kind of lifeless.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's got no energy about it. Technically right, but like kind of hasn't got that element about it. Whereas this is, so it's all about fun. So yeah, enjoy it and just do what you want to do with it. It's your creation, and you can even go quirkier with the colours than we've done here. So that is now ready for a bit of colour. So I'm going to get myself tidied up a bit, and then we'll get ready for adding colour. And
I think more than anything, maybe if you've already got a couple of these stamps, you put the stamps up, I think you're hopefully from that sort of first 20 minutes or so, just seeing the value of getting the shaders in your life. If you do want to go for those individually, you can get those as a separate deal. Like I said, there's options for you today because you've got the showstopper where you can get it all at a slightly better price than if you were to buy them as two separate items. If you just want the stamps, you can do that. If you want individual stamps, you can do that. And if you want to go for the shaders on their own, or indeed perhaps the shaders with one or two of the stamps, you can. There is full purchasability, that's a good word, however you want to go, wherever the budget lies. If you love the lot though, this is the way to do it. £32 or $44 is your platinum price, and that's your price as well if you're shopping for the first time today. Once you sign up to Club Inspire, you'll get 20% off your first order. And don't forget, if you've already got these, save this show because you'll be able to come back and craft along at a later date. It'll always be there for you on Facebook and indeed on YouTube as well. But if you want to add it to your playlist, if you subscribe to us on YouTube, then well, why not do it now and you won't forget about it. We will come back in about 3 or 4 minutes time and finish off the craft along. We're almost halfway through already. It's flying over. Any questions, any comments, fire those in and we'll see you back here in just a moment.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different, but always a predominant focus on the products, how they're working, the new products that we're bringing out, a lot of research and development. When we get to see the finished article, way before anybody at home gets to see it, it arrives and we get to unpack it and experience it and try it, that gives us all a massive buzz. I can't be getting out of bed too early, and I like to get to bed. 9 o'clock's the new 10 p.m. Tea all day long, black, no sugar, thank you. I tend to miss breakfast, which isn't great, and if I have something when I come in the office, then that's going to be yogurt and fruit. My face, all of the makeup that makes this, nobody's seeing this without that on. Probably a baked potato or a salad or something egg-based. Ooh, craft along a masterclass. I'm going to say masterclass, and that's because I love to educate. One song that would be the theme tune to my life, it would be Billy Ocean, Red Light Spells Danger. Pour a gin and tonic. First thing I do. Get in the house, gin and tonic, decompress the day, and then plan what I'm going to do that night.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come in to work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt. Never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes for the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It is the craft along. We're going to get into the sort of nuts and bolts of this one in just a second. Linda's just saying, loving to watch Sheena draw and colour, so relaxing. Must tell you, slight change to the show later on. Even though she's disguising it very well, Sheena is not feeling particularly great today. So we will be finishing this craft along, and then, because we care, we're sending her home. We're saying, no, you go. So later on, slightly different. We won't be doing, well, we are doing Monday Makers. However, it is an hour long at 5 with just me. Okay, so we'll be showing you some of the Monday Makers deals, but also, very excitingly, highlighting some fantastic back-in-stock deals, which you may not well be aware of. So I hope you'll join me for that. If there's any bits that are sort of demonstratable, I will do my very best for you. I might go and stand over that side and pretend to be an expert. So that's coming up tonight from 5. So an hour-long show, Monday Makers and back-in-stock stuff. And also, we just asked her permission in the break, and we'll get Sheena to show you this as we go back into the craft along. The card which Sheena made earlier, we will still give away in that show. All right, so if you want to win a Sheena original signed by lovely Sheena herself, you need to be watching that show and you need to be commenting. More than anything, it's just me on my own, so please watch. Please watch. But yes, Sheena, thank you for soldiering on today. We realise you've not been feeling great, but we're going to send you home.
Yeah, what a team.
Yes.
Cheers, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So we are ready to, let's put some sky in.
Yeah, put the sky in.
So let me show you, because this is it's a watercolory thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. So when can you see here where this really pretty effect here? And so if you want to do that and you want the paint to just go where you want it to go, technically watercolour will just go where the card is wet. So if you wet the card, the outside of the card like this, and don't wet the house, right? Technically, the paint, when we put it on, will only go to the wet bits.
Okay.
Right? That's the theory. Yeah. On live TV before a live studio audience, things don't always work out that way, but So I'm just putting quite a bit of water on here, and so this is the first bit, is just wet those bits where you want this blue to go. And I'm going to use the peacock blue from the nature set of the aqua.
Okay,
pens,
yep.
Yeah, and I'm going to scribble that. It's a gorgeous intense blue, it's a beautiful blue. And I'm now going to pick that up, and I'm going to, I'm going to probably start here at the side and just drop this in to the side of the house, and hopefully that will go right up to the house, and then I can just add water to encourage it out a little bit.
Gotcha.
And just diffuse out like that. See, so it looks more intense.
Yeah.
Around the house, but then it just fades out a little bit. And then you've got that little kind of, and this is great for your floral pictures and everything like that, where you just want that nice watercolory background, but you know, it just gives it that pretty painterly kind of look. So we'll just continue around like that. But what you need to do is you then need to dry it if you're going to paint your house, because then the water, the paint on your house will wick into the background, yeah? It's kind of like you've got to make it behave, the watercolour. And it does behave if you just remember to kind of like help it to behave. It's like a bit like myself. You've got to just, you know, help it to behave now and again, and it can happen. So while that's drying there, a safe place to go would be the blue on the bottom. So we can use the kingfisher bit here to just swipe across these bits here. So we can do a little bit darker in here, like that. But look at how careful I'm not being, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what makes it look a bit more fun, is just to swipe over and not worry too much, because we've already put that wash over the over there anyway. Can you see? So we've already taken care of the shading and things.
Just whilst we're watching you, Margaret says, I'll take one chance for Sheena's drawing. Saw my first hummingbird this morning, so I must make a sweet treat for my spring guests and water the garden before it gets too hot. Linda says, love to watch Sheena draw on colour. Hi to Pat, who's joined us, and Gail in Maryland. And Lakiette says, hello everyone. I love how Sheena shows you how to make a stamp or your own by adding simple lines here and there, by extending her artwork. It is very, very clever, isn't it? And hopefully you saw from what Sheena was doing earlier, very achievable. Lots of get well soon messages. Felicia says, hi everyone. Carolyn says, feel better soon, Sheena. Feel better, Sheena, says Sandy. And Angela says, hope you're feeling better soon, Sheena. Crafting along with you. Thank you for being a trooper and keeping on, but take it easy.
Thank you. Oh, bless your cottons. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a total wimp, but you know,
no.
Sometimes.
Do you know what? I'll tell you guys, and we were chatting about it before. Like, this is a fun job to do, but when you're feeling bad, when you're feeling ill, even if you know you just got a bit of a headache or something, it can be the worst job in the world. Because you know, when I used to work in radio and whatnot, even if you were feeling ill, you could stick about 2 or 3 songs on, talk for a minute, and then stick another 2 or 3 songs on. But here, it's if you're feeling just a little bit sick, or you know, you've got a headache or sore throat or whatnot, it isn't easy. So, yeah, credit to you, Sheena, because I probably wouldn't have come in the first place. No, of course I would. Of course I would. I'd have been here. But no, it's sensible for Sheena to go home, rest up, and recuperate. And if you're not at your best and you can't do your best.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah,
you can
get
always
home.
tell when I'm not feeling too great, because I'm a little bit quieter than I
Yeah.
usually am. Never fully quiet.
Never fully
then
quiet.
It would be really, really serious. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's not like you've got a short car journey home either, is it? So it's best to get you on your way.
Yeah.
If you live around the corner, we would be
Yeah.
putting the ball and chain on and not letting you leave.
That's it, yeah. Sort yourself out. Not wrong with you. So what I've done there is, you can see what I've used ink pads now. So this was a good thing to just show you that, you know, if you've got, you haven't got all the colours you would really like for your composition, it's okay, because if you've got ink pads, you can supplement them as well. So it's all good. So we've got that done there now as well, and probably need some of that blue back shortly. When my brain kicks in again, it'll be fine. But we may be all right to start painting the rest of this this composition now again. So I'm going to use some of this lighter colour here. It would be safer. Let me dry this a little bit, this background a little bit, and then we'll continue. I'm just noticing I've got a little bit of bling in the sky there from the water from earlier.
Yeah.
So we've got a sparkly sky.
It's what?
A sparkly sky.
Sparkly sky, yeah.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Did anyone see the pretty skies over the weekend, the Northern Lights?
You what, sorry?
The Northern
I
Lights.
didn't see anything.
Neither did I.
didn't see any of it.
Apparently you could only see it through your phone, Nicola's is telling me.
Nothing.
If you took a picture of the sky, you could see it, but you couldn't see it with your eyes.
Ah, so if you took a picture with your camera.
Yeah.
Wow. know.
It made me laugh because I'm normally fairly early to bed and sort of, gone to bed about 10:15, 10:30. You wake up the next morning and my Facebook feed just like full of all of these pictures.
I was like the person who did the scribble thing on that thing with their pens, because they hadn't seen it, so they did a quick. Had you seen that one?
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel your pain. Yeah. So what I'm doing now is I've started with the lighter colour, and I've scribbled that. And the lighter colour I've used is topaz, and just gone across with a wash on there. So washed over the whole thing with topaz, really light. And then, while it's still wet, drop in little bits of chestnut.
Yeah.
Little here and there. And be a bit random with it. Don't be too contrived with where you're putting it, because again, it looks a little bit more kind of interesting that way. And even you can pop in a little bit of sunset as well.
Okay.
Here and there. And it'll just give it a little warm, rosy glow. Yeah. Not Northern Lights, but yeah.
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 Lots of lovely messages coming through. Ginger's joined us from West Virginia. Mama, take me home. Carolyn says, take care, Sheena, feel better soon, and I will be there for you, Ben. Thank you, Carolyn. I knew I could rely on you. Both of you are real troopers. Please know, we all, I think it goes on to say, appreciate you. Thank you so much. We always try and do our best here, as I say. Hope you feel better soon. Sheena says, Pat, you are a true trooper.
Yeah, thank you.
Mary Beth, hope you feel better soon. Take care and rest. Beth, Sheena, take care of yourself, please. She certainly will. And as I say, the show goes on later, but it's a slightly truncated show. But still lots of great deals. Back in stock deals tonight. And Sheena's Make as well, which will be given away in that show. So it'll be, if you don't want to tune in and watch me, tune in and watch just for Sheena's Make that we're giving away.
Yay.
Signed and everything.
Yeah. We'll leave them behind, and you can do with them what you will, Ben. Yeah.
Yeah. We shall post it off to one lovely commenter.
Yeah, fab. I'll be there with you in spirit, Ben.
That's it.
So can you see how that's coming together now with the full colour? And we can add a little bit of the white to it and just make it pop a little bit. We'll pop a little bit of the blue back into the mix and here and there. And we need the little wash of that blue over the roof, just to give it a little bit more pop of colour.
And this is true, Cindy, as well. Never a truer word spoken. She says, this is Sheena performing when she's not at her best. She is amazing. Yeah, this is about, I'd say, 40% Sheena. Look what she's banging out.
Yeah, honestly, it's really, I hate not feeling like I can
No.
I just hate that feeling, guys. It's horrible. But I'm doing what I can, and but yeah, thanks to the team for letting me, get myself sorted do it properly next time.
That's it. Are you back next week?
You know what? I think it's at the end of the month.
How is it?
Yeah, seriously, you know what? When I'm poorly, my brain just literally it shuts down. I'm useless, honestly.
That's me when I'm not poorly.
Oh, it's like, yeah, seriously, it's yeah. But I think we're almost there,
Nice.
with how that looks. But what we can do is the white pen.
Yeah.
You can add little highlights to some of your brickwork. And,
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting you've got that.
Little bits of, yeah.
So this is similar, is this the same kind of thing if you've got the sketch pack? Is it the same?
Yes, it's the same pen that's in there. So, but to be honest, that pen is so good. If you buy a white gel pen, guys, you'll have more than one gel pen because you want them. You'll use them up for one, and you'll want to carry them with you. And so it's always a good thing to have more of these pens if you can. So the fact that you get them with the shaders is a really good thing. As well as with the other sets, I definitely wanted them in with that as well. So there you go, we've got that there, and we're nearly ready to put the card together. So I'm going to wipe this up, Ben, and then we'll look at how we're going to put the card together in that little bit.
Whilst you're cleaning up, we have got some pictures apparently that Thea really wants to share with you. So should we have a quick little look at these? She's been working hard, so let's see what you think, Sheena. Here it comes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Wow,
I love that. That is so cool. Wow, you've got the shading on there. Brilliant, Thea. Love it.
I love the the clouds as well you've got going on there.
You know what, Thea? That is so cool because that church now, that is exactly what that difference that makes with that tonal value. It looks solid. Doesn't that look solid, that church?
Yeah.
You can see where the light is, you can see where there's darker areas. It looks like it's a brick building, like a stone building. Like, yeah, that looks really cool.
I think there's another one. Oh, there's 4. I think she's done one of each.
Oh, wow. I love it. That is great. That's good fun. I love the post box. Brilliant.
Love the adding of the bunting. Yeah. Oh, and here we go. Church
nice.
completely different.
Yeah. You know what?
Northern Lights.
Yeah. Really. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Really cool.
Ah, yes. Disco
you did
pub.
the nighttime one. Yay. Excellent. I haven't tried that one yet. I don't know which one of my team. I think it might be Julie who did that one. And I haven't. You've done more than I have. I haven't attempted that one yet. So good on you.
Absolutely fan-bloomintastic. Thea says, I think I will make them into Christmas cards. Well, why not? That's the great thing about them, though, isn't it? Buildings for all year round. You can just change the colours.
Halloween as well. They make great, like that spooky house, you know, or the church where you put little skeletons coming over the gravestones. They'll be easy to draw. We'll do something like that later on. Yeah. Maybe on a Facebook Live when I get myself sorted. I'm mid-sort out right now, so yeah, that'll be cool.
Sheena's back on the 29th, I've just seen on my calendar. Yeah, so that is 2 weeks on Wednesday. 2 weeks on Wednesday. And thank you just for the messages that are coming in as well. Brilliant, Sheena, says Gina. It's really come to life right in front of our eyes. Liz says, Ben, will you be having a go at crafting tonight? Well, if the chance arises, I'll do a little bit. We'll see what's on the show. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what's on the show yet because it is all kind of, well, it's not new stuff, but it's stuff which is back in stock. So I'll have to have a little look through and see. But if the chance arises, I will. I'll definitely have a go. Lillian is saying, I saw the lights in London despite all the light pollution. I didn't know until about 1 a.m, so I missed the best bits. I could see the rays of light, but not the colours. I need a 3S exposure on the camera to pick up the colours. Are you just about done then, really?
Just about done. We're just about doing a little bit of a background and then put it together.
Yeah.
How are we for time?
10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Then we've got a background to do.
Oh,
so
fine.
Yeah, so I should mention that there was trimmed to 15 centimetres by 13.5 centimetres. So those of you who last time it was sort of this and it was sort of that. We've, Debbie measured it for me, bless her. 15 centimetres by 13.5. And then the mat that's going to sit on is just that much bigger. There you go, a little bit bigger. Okay. Yeah. So that's what we're going to stick that on in a minute. In fact, let's stick it all together in a minute. But the next thing we're going to do is create a background. So I'm going to scribble that same peacock blue like that, and we're going to take some glycerin and drop a touch of glycerin on the mat like that, and pick some up onto your blending tool. And what this is going to do is it's going to dilute the ink slightly, but it's going to thicken it up a lot. And it's going to make it so that instead of just grabbing into the card and sticking where it's at, it's going to make it so that you can blend it over the surface like this. And it's going to make it into like a really fabulous blendable ink. And then, so you really are... getting the best value out of your product that you can with these little hints and tips that we're giving you. Yeah. And I've got enough on here to do the whole card, but you won't even see the whole card. We only need one panel done. So I may as well just blend it out and just show you how much control you've got with this glycerin trick. You can see how you can get it to almost a gorgeous ombre to virtually nothing. I always think of like a a Mexican Western or something, you know, like that, ombre. Like,
Yeah.
ombre. Oh, I tell you what it was. It was Friends. It was Joey's, he was in competition. If anyone remembers that episode, just let me remember. He had a aftershave he was having to promote, and the other guy had a one called Ombre.
I don't remember
Ombre
that.
for men.
No.
Yeah. Yes. If anyone remembers, Ombre for men, and he was up against this really cool guy.
I don't remember that at all. If Craig was here, he would know.
It was Joy and the department store. Yeah, the other guy was getting all the attention. And
Was he in costume? Was he dressed up?
Yeah, it was like it was a cowboy's outfit with this other guy was all dressed in black with his and he was super cool and
When was the episode he was dressed up as like a centurion, or I dreamt that?
Oh, that was when they were in Vegas, wasn't it? Yeah, not that I was obsessed with Friends at all, but yeah, sadly enough, yeah.
That's always on in our household, Friends.
Oh,
because Laura, I mean, goodness knows how many times she's watched each episode, and now Daisy enjoys it as well, you see?
Yeah, I loved it.
So it's always on.
I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was a good show, actually. I've never... it's a weird thing to say. I've never watched Friends, but I've seen every episode. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've never sat and watched it because it's always on. It's always on.
I literally used to wait for the next episode.
Yeah.
Could I be any more obsessed with Friends? That was my Chandler Bing.
Oh, Chandler Bing. Yeah.
Yeah, the Chandler. Yeah. So basically now you do full bleach that for your texture. And then that is going to sit, we've got these the black mats actually are 15.5 by 14 centimetres. So she even measured that for you as well. So these two little guys, that's going to sit on there. Well, Deborah's a good one, isn't she? So that's going to sit on there. So let's stick these together. And then we're going to do a little bit of a full stitchery.
Yeah.
And... you know, I think we might come in on time on this one as well. Wouldn't that be spooky?
Hey, tell you what have we got? 6 minutes left, I think?
I'm scaring myself here, Ben.
Loving how it turned out, says Carol. Sheena, hope you're feeling better soon. On Thea, whose card you saw, says, your comments have made my day. Thank you so much, Sheena and Ben. Now I can give my son his wedding card. Oh, it's her son's wedding card.
Thea, he's going to love it, and you should be so proud of that. You've done a stellar job. Absolutely. And you know what? This is the best bit of what we do, is seeing stuff like that you're doing.
Yeah.
That is what it's all about. That's the whole point. That's it. That's it right there.
And that must be so inspirational for you to see that people have obviously followed your lead and taken your ideas and then are creating cards like that. That must be really heartwarming for you.
It's the best bit. It's literally the best bit, Ben.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is and also, Nicola's just saying, you join the enquetes there, post it on there.
Yeah.
Because we love that's where we'd show and share and show and tell. This is Sheena's enquetes on Facebook, and if you want to see all the other inspiration, there's there, and it's in a folder whenever you want to see it. So this is the bit, trim up a 1/2 inch. That Debbie Durant, you can tell she's not a measurer like me, isn't it? She's like, we've gone centimetres and now we've gone imperial. Woman after my own heart. But it is a 7 by 7 card blank, so that's what you do, isn't it? You get them in different stages. So trim a 1/2 inch off the folded edge, not the, wouldn't that not be good if you did it off that bit? That would be like something I would do right now, Ben. That would just
Don't do it now. Come on, you've almost got through the show, Sheena.
But can you see she's foolproofed it there? See? So that's the bit to cut off there. Like that. And then, so what you can then do is this little thing's going to sit there. So you want to have the borders equal. So can you see how, if you look at the top and bottom, we are measuring this, is eyeballing the top and bottom, and moving this is going to move around so that you get an equal border right the way around. And then this one will do the same on this side to create a perfect kind of continuous line.
Yeah.
So let me do that.
Carolyn says the shaders are brilliant. I bought sets for birthday gifts for my friends. And Margaret says, I saw the Northern Lights. From where I stood, it was all around me. It was beautiful.
Oh, I would love to see the Northern Lights, but yeah, I didn't.
No. Oh, Nicola went to Iceland to go and see them, and they didn't see them until they pulled over on the road. Oh, they went on an actual tour, apparently.
Well,
Oh, you didn't see them then? Oh, and you missed them when they were here. So you went to them, they came to you, and you missed them both times. It's like you're not meant to see the Northern Lights.
That would be rubbish if you went all the way to Iceland to see them.
Yeah.
You didn't see them. You know, I went to Loch Ness to see Nessie. Didn't even see Nessie as well.
No.
What? Right, so here's the last bit then, other than the wording. So use your white pen, and you're just going to do a little, like, this is where your Morse code comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Bring me chocolate.
Yes.
Chocolate has medicinal properties.
Yes. I need lots. Oh, Sam says he's got some Kinder if you want some.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it, Sam, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's magical. And then you just do, and I'm speed doing this, so take your time a little bit, but this is where this white pen is so good, because sometimes if they're so thin, they don't show up on this very well at all. So just carry on, and that little 4-stitching edging just looks really cool. And even if we don't get this finished, this 4-stitching bit, we're pretty close, aren't we? We've got the bulk of the card done. Oh, 2 minutes, wow.
2 Minuten. Bit of German for you there.
What was that, Ben?
Oh, but sorry, I just said it in German. They just said 2 minutes left, so I said 2 Minuten.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it was a bloke called Simon Luton or something.
Simon Luton? Lake Coolned.
Lake Coolned?
No, 2 Minuten.
Oh, right, Simon Luton.
Auf Deutsch.
I thought, yeah, who's Simon Luton?
Simon
Who's
Luton?
this Simon Luton then?
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Simon from Luton says.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if your pen starts drying out a little bit, that's just telling you that you need to do that little, you know, the pump thing for the nib. But that's good because it means that, you know, it's going to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
It's not going to dry out, which is a good thing, because gel nibs, in my experience, all the ones I've had, oh, you should do that. So
Ein Minuten.
First.
1 Minute.
We're probably not going to have time to stamp the hairs to you. But all you're going to do is stamp the hairs to you and then cut it out at a quirky angle. So if you cut the this out at a quirky angle, once it's cut out, you hold it against the black card and you cut it around as your marker for the border that you'll need for that. And that's it. We did it.
Davidosi. Sheena, thank you so much. Get well, and we will see you in a couple of weeks.
Cheers, guys, and thank you for your help and support. And yeah, cheers.
I will be back with you in an hour's time. Please come and join me. We're going to give away Sheena's card project that she made in the earlier show, plus some back in stock deals that we weren't due to show you, but we're going to. It will be an hour. It will be fun. I'll see you at 5 live.